Okay, day one of the journey home. Although we aren't headed home right now, we're trying to get to 12's place in Vermont, spend a few weeks with her, and then head back to Phoenix. Got to get out of Canada first. So I'm going to the very edge of town, and I'm going to stand there with my thumb out. Well, I'm going to find a little breakfast on the way, too, hopefully. I don't know what's open in this town. Coffee and a breakfast bagel would be nice. Nothing huge or amazing. A little something in my belly while I stand there with my thumb out. Make sure I got plenty of water. I doubt I'm going to get it in one hitch. Calgary's a few hours away, so it's really hard for someone that looks like me to, get somebody to be willing to pick them up and take them on a ride for a few hours. Maybe I'll stop by an ATM and grab some of their colorful money and wave it. I'd be willing to pay for a ride, man. I'd throw $100 down on that. We'll see. I'm making friends with the lady that called the cops on me last time. She doesn't remember me, of course. That was 2 years ago. I'm going to remind her before I leave, but she's helping me make a sign to get out of town. I just walked by and we started chatting because I wanted to chat her up. I always want to make friends with people that didn't like me. I don't know, it's a thing of mine. So, it's cool that I actually got to run into her. See if I can get her to remember me. She won't remember me, but I'm sure she'll remember Red right around here on a 6-foot unicycle, all drunk juggling knives. But she says Pincher Creek is only 25 miles away. Another dude mentioned Pincher Creek as well. So 25 miles, that's not a hard hitch. And if I get there, there's a shuttle from there to Calgary. So, hey. I asked her why all the trees were dead. I was like, did you have a fire? Because, literally everything's dead. And she's like, yeah, fire back, I think she said 2015. I was like, how stressful is it to watch these mountains burn right next to where you live? I got my sign, Pincher Creek or Calgary. I'll take either. She did remember us from the other year. So I was like, hey, I apologize. We caused you some grief. You were stressed out and whatnot. I was like, we were just drunk Americans having fun. And she's like, I understand. I remember. I told her I'd see her again in another couple of years. She wears a camera on her glasses at all times. I wonder if it's always on. But yeah, she had it on a few years ago as well. Coffee place. Let's get some coffee, maybe a breakfast bagel, and get the fuck out of town. Canada's sign people are still skinny. They're all active and fit. Like our fat American ones. That's the smallest Mormon church I think I've ever seen. Oh, tiny. Town deer with a few babies. There goes Mama. Which means that that's not her first babies. Generally, deer have one baby the first time, and then after that they have twins most of the time. Okay. I don't know where the good place to hitch is, but this is getting out of town. You got to get to the very end, but I don't want to get on the highway because nobody can pull over on a highway, and I'm pretty sure it's illegal to hitch from a highway in pretty much every country. Yep, we'll see what we can do. So I called their number. It took actually 3 different numbers. I finally got a hold of somebody and he gave me a completely different number. Because they have numbers on signs and then a number on gut hooks that I'm supposed to call to self-report myself into this country. She straight shook her head at me. She was like, no. But he asked, why didn't you report last night when you got in? I was like, because I got in like 7. And I was like, most government offices. He's like, not in Canada. We're open 24 hours. I was like, oh, sorry, man. I was comparing you to Americans. We close our offices down in the government early, But he was like, okay, he gave me my passport number and whatnot. So I'm all good in this country. He's like, how long is it going to take you how long you plan on staying? And I was like, I'm trying to get out as we speak, man. But, no public transportation in this town. So, here I am. No luck. I've been here an hour. Mm-hmm. If you give this man a ride, sweet family will die. So I feel like everybody's like, he's a murderer. Don't pick him up. Well, it's not windy. Maybe I should fly one of my signs. My not a murderer sign. You know, I'm going to stick with my Pincher Creek for a while, but, you know, as I get bored, I just start changing signs. At least I got, you know, all this scenic beauty to hang out with while I'm stuck, you know. It's going to be a long couple of days. So that was the third dude that drove by me and just shook his head no as he's going by. What's up with you, Canada? Pick a stranger up, man. Trying my luck up here. There's a little turnout and whatnot, so patch of sunlight right there I could stand in. Let's see. I tried to hitch with him. He pointed at the bucket and I shook my head. Yes, I would ride your bucket. Wouldn't be my first time. So those awesome people gave me a ride into Pincher Creek. Unfortunately, we don't know where the Greyhound is there. They looked on their phones because I'm trying to keep my phone off because I'm paying roaming charges here in Canada. Going over to the McDonald's, going to use their Wi-Fi, see if I can figure it out. But where it said the Greyhound was, there was no Greyhound. So I think there's a Greyhound in this town, but I can't find it yet. He said that he's picked up people before off the Greyhound at an A&W over here. So maybe that's a pickup point as well. So once I get Wi-Fi, we'll look, see what's going on. I'll figure it out. But hey, we made it this far. Oh, those people are awesome. It's only like a 45-minute drive or something here. Not a super long one. But they're adventurers. They go out and do stuff. Dude was out hiking this weekend, or mountain climbing, rock climbing is what he was doing, and he fucked his leg up, so they're actually coming here to go to the hospital because there's not one in Waterton where they live. Whole lot of nothing here, man. Windmills all over the place that are not moving at all, not a single one, but there's no wind going on. I'm glad for it. All right. Okay, McDonald's, here we come. I'm trying to find a marker right now to make a sign. They didn't sell one at the mall over there. They told me there's a Dollarama down here that just opened. That should have one. Hopefully they have a piece of cardboard too, because I threw my other sign away, not realizing I'd still need it. So I could go pick it out of the garbage, but I don't feel like jumping in a dumpster. Hoping to find a piece of cardboard out here. And then I gotta figure out what road I gotta stand on. Fuck. But if I can get to Fort McLeod, they have buses running every day that'll take me to Calgary. I could stay here, and once a week they come and pick people up to take them to Calgary for $100. But you know, I'm gonna take my chances with hitching to the next town because I don't want to stay here. The bus doesn't come for another 5 days, and I don't want to stay in this town for 5 days. So hitch we will. Canada has daytime crickets. I gotta get all the way out to that road. Way out there. Well, not way, but you know, a good mile. And it looks like a highway. So yeah, this isn't probably not gonna be easy. I'll try to look for some sort of turnout or something. I like that they just phrase things different out here. Instead of telling you it's the law, it's compulsory. Whoa, the maximum here is 100. You don't see that often. I know it's kilometers, but still seeing triple digits on a sign, that's just kind of weird. I thought I was smelling fresh cut grass. That's a lot of it. No wonder I was smelling it. There goes Daryl. He gave me a ride in. We can't figure out where the bus stop is, but you know, he got me into town. He looked around on his phone. He couldn't figure it out. Drove around. We asked a few people. Real nice. But yeah, I got no idea where to go at this point. Look, they got a phone booth. How often did you see that? All right, let's figure it out. Okay, good news. The bus stop is only a mile away. It's easy to find. There are buses leaving today after I would have arrived. Hopefully it's a real building because I prefer... Oh no, it's just a convenience store, isn't it? Because I prefer to go in and buy the tickets from a person so I know they're going to the right place. When I do it with my phone, sometimes I'm not at the bus stop I bought the tickets for. It's happened. It's a little confusing, man. So this time we'll do it right. We're getting out of here. Maybe today. A curling rink? That is so Canadian. There we go. I've been here for a little while, but the Canadian charm is coming through, man. Dude just stopped by and said, "Hey, where you going, man? You need a ride?" That was nice. The hitching here so far has actually been pretty good. I mean, it took me a couple hours the first time, but yeah, there weren't many cars. And, you know, it's a tourist town. Tourists are horrible picking them up. I don't blame Canada for that, because I'm sure most of their tourists are American. So, you know, I'm going to say not bad at all so far, man. I mean, I did 2 different towns in the same day, all within a few hours of each other. Not by record time or anything, but pretty damn quick. I didn't even think I'd make it to the bus today. You know, I didn't have high hopes. So, you know, the fact that I'm going to be on the next bus, hey man, that means I'll make it to the airport tonight. Once I book my bus ticket, I'll check on flights, and you know, because then I know when I'll be there, so I can, you know, book that now. And yeah, see, I can't do anything until I actually, you know, have real transportation. Because, you know, what if I book those flights and I can't get there in time, you know? Okay. Almost there. And then I guess I just sit around for several hours. I'm good at that. Wish I had some weed, though. That would really help. That really helps time fly, let me tell you. Alright, so this is my first time using paper straws. Not a fan. You know, this is one thing I agree with the right wing on, man. Paper straws suck. I'm trying to drink a milkshake over here, and I can't. The walls keep collapsing in because I let it get soft. I didn't realize. I drank a soda through one the other day, and you know, I forgot about it for a while because I was trying to set up my tent and stuff, and it sat in that soda for like an hour or so, and it still worked fine. But when you got to put some pressure on to get your you know, thick shake through, no, they don't work at all. Okay, I'm anti-paper straw now. Luckily, we don't deal with those in America. Okay, the bus should be here any minute. I'm stressed out. Like, it should be here any minute, and I'm seeing nothing. And I got to keep my eyes out because they sent me a text saying they're not going to use one of their official buses, and to keep an eye out for a bus and ask the driver, is what it said. So, you know, I did see a tiny bus come and go, but he didn't even really stop. He just kind of came in and kept going. So I'm hoping that wasn't mine. But if it was, he was 10 minutes early. Yeah, it's any minute, man. Any minute. Where are you? I'm stressed. Well, it is 4:05 and there is no bus. Hoping it just shows up randomly. But it looks like I'm spending the night here, so I'm going to go around and look for hammock spots and shit. And then call up Flixbus and see why they didn't show up, and see if I can get them to come by tomorrow and get me or something. I don't know. Fuck. Come on, bus, just show up. Oh, always something, man. Aha! Yes! Alright, let's see where it goes. Make sure it's mine. So this is where I'm supposed to get off. But the dude says the next stop he's doing is at the airport, and that's the where I need to go, so I'm not supposed to be on the bus right now, but yeah, I'm doing it anyway. I don't want to walk to the airport. It's a half-hour drive. Luckily for me, this bus driver is cool, because he knows I don't have a ticket at this point. He's like, nah, it's still 2 more stops, man. Just hang out. I'm like, cool, man, because I was going to get off at the first stop, because that was my stop. But like when I pushed the buttons on the phone to go to Calgary, they didn't give me options. You know, or I would have chose the airport option. Am I doing everything wrong, or is it just set up wrong? No, it's hard to tell. I fucking hate traveling if it's not done with my feet. Oh, check it out. They gotta have outlets here. I think that's to warm up your car so it doesn't freeze solid. You're stranded here. But they have electrical at every parking lot or parking space. Oh yeah, I'm way too far north. Oh. soon to head south. This might be the first time I've ever seen a green circle around a cigarette. That means I'm allowed to smoke here. We're going to quit when we go back to the States. We're going back to vaping. I much prefer it, but you can't find this shit around here. And I got to have something. I'm more stressed out. But we have made it to the airport. It was 3 extra stops. 3. Took us an hour to get here. I thought it was a bit closer. Oh, I'm so glad I didn't get off at my actual stop. Because it had taken me hours to get here, even with public transportation. You know, it took an hour with a bus getting here. And we didn't stop at those other stops. We stopped and, dropped off one person, picked up a person kind of thing. We were in and out in 2 minutes. So, they hardly count as stops. But they did redirect us a little bit. But it had taken me forever to get here. But now I'm trapped here till tomorrow morning. Yay! But sometime tonight I'm going to go talk to the people, make sure everything's cool and whatnot, since, I'm an American, blah, blah, blah. I just got to make sure I check all the boxes and all that. I don't want the flight to start and then be like, oh, you didn't do this. You're an American. You have to do this or that, and I didn't do it because I've never traveled internationally before. This is the farthest I've ever been north in my entire life. When I invade you, I go deep. I thought I'd stop at the border. I was like, just the tip? They're like, yeah, just the tip, coming on the border. And boom, I'm up in your guts. Take that, Canada. You love it. Okay, I need to start looking around for a place to sleep. It's going to be a pain in the ass. There's a whole airport complex here. Maybe the chairs on the inside are nice to sleep on. Maybe they won't even let me in. I don't know. They're like, no, your flight's not till tomorrow. You can't come live here tonight. I don't know. Never been to a Canadian airport. I haven't been on an airplane in fucking years, man. I hate flying. It's even more stressful than the buses. I gotta ditch my gas can. I'm saving it because I'm making coffee in the morning, and then I'll ditch it after I make coffee in the morning. But yeah, it sucks I can't travel with it because I want coffee in every place I stop. It's gonna take me 2 days, even on an airplane, to get to Vermont. That means I have to buy their expensive-ass airport coffee, and they know it. That's why they don't let you have gas. It's not because it explodes on planes. Come on. They just want you to buy their expensive coffee. Did you know La cigarette cause la cancer? Yeah, there you do. Oh, in English. Okay, just chatted with one of the employees over there. She was out on a smoke break, so I figured first, the perfect time to ask some questions. And no, they don't close, and they don't care if I sleep on the chairs. That's great news. I'm going back in where it's warm, man. I'm the only person wearing a puffy jacket around here. Some lady got off the bus with me, and she was wearing like a little stripper outfit, the short shorts, the tiny, tiny little outfit. And I'm like, my God, how are you doing this? Yeah, I'm literally the only person wearing a jacket at all. Ooh, I love those slippers. Look at those things. Oh, they light up. Loving them. All right, this is where I live. Freaking dinosaurs. They're everywhere. So this is where I live now. Found a nice little corner. It's all mine. You can crash out here. You can crash out in those things, but that does not look like it'll fit me. I'd have to be all super fetal position and still hanging off the edge. So I was like, I'll pick this bad boy. Oh, put on my rainbow shoes. And go to sleep. Alright, it's 10 p.m. That's past my bedtime. I stayed up as late as I could just to make sure this place empties out as much as possible. And I'm going to go to bed. Good night, y'all. This might be one of the more comfortable nights I've had in a while, man. Definitely better than last night. That was a rough one. I guess 50 Mountain wasn't bad. I got to hang my hand. Who's that? She's staring at me. But yeah, this will probably be one of the better night's sleep I've had in a while. Good night. It's time for bed. This is kind of cool. Their escalators run in really slow motion until you get close to it. And then they turn on. I left my bag unattended because all my important stuff's in my fanny pack. Alright, now I'm going to sleep for realsy-reals this time. Night, y'all. It's like 5 a.m. I didn't have a bad night. They kept announcing, I don't know, for a while. I don't even know how many times they woke me up, but it never happened. But they were like, we're going to test our security system. Ignore these alarm bells. But, it's that female computer voice. really loud too. So every time, what's going on? What? You know, but there was never any alarm. They just kept warning us that this alarm was going to go off. But they'd warn us and then wait another, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes before they'd warn us again. So enough time for me to fall back asleep, and then enough time like, oh, what? You know, and then lay there waiting for this alarm and go back to sleep, and then they'll tell me about the alarm again later. I'm looking for a place to make coffee. I'm trying to be a little discreet, but you know, hey, it'll be quick. Cause we got a jet fucking boiled dog. This place got busy, man. Humans everywhere. So I'm gonna wait for all that to die down. Turns out my plane doesn't leave till like early afternoon, so I can let all this shit do its thing. Oh, and then I'll go do my thing, cause once I go through security, I can't make coffee anymore. Like I gotta throw away my fuel beforehand, so I'm not doing that till the last minute, man. I need my coffee. This is where I'm gonna do it. Nobody will notice. I blend. I feel like I'm being stared at more than usual. It's like they've never seen Batman make a cup of coffee before. Weirdos. Nom, 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 nom. That's the last free coffee I'm getting for a while. Oh, everything kind of hurts. Alright, I made it all the way through security until they found that killer right there, you know. So, turns out I was supposed to check my bags at another location and then go through security at this location, but they don't tell you that stuff. But luckily I try early because I know there's going to be complications. So let's see what complications we have this time. Okay, not that counter. I got all the way up in there and they said, no, you can't do it. You have to, because you're an American, go in this other line. And she said it was right here. I'm not saying it. Oh, there it is. All right, try again. So part of the problem is I don't fly enough, so I don't do this stuff. But I didn't realize you had to check your bags at a different place. So I just went in, I had my knife in there, lighters, my batteries. They're like, you can't have a battery. I'm like, what do I do with them? They put them in your pocket. You can't put the batteries on the plane, but I can carry them on with me? That doesn't make any sense. And I asked him, do I need to take off my underwear? And he's like, why? And I was like, well, there was an underwear bomber many years back, wasn't there? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, well, why are we taking off our shoes? He said, the shoe bomber. Yeah, he knew where I was going with it. And I was like, you sure you don't want to? Yeah, I'm not even wearing any. I got through the scanner okay. I forgot to take my belt off. I was taking everything else off, and I forgot the belt. And when my crotch beeped, I assumed it was my junk. And he's like, no, we see that, but that's not what's registering. Interesting. I want to see what the pictures look like that they get of me, man. I bet my junk looks great. X-rays, you know, they increase the size. All right, so I'm out here doing one last smoke, and then I'm going to go through security again, and this time I'm getting through. So they're walking us through a mall right now. I didn't even know that was a thing, but they make you walk through the mall to get to the gates. Weird. Man, this place is huge. 97 gates that I've seen. So I made it all the way in. Oh, they got big ass fans here, but they don't write big ass fan on them. In America, every big ass fan I've ever seen says big ass fan. These ones only have the logo on them. Oh, and if the words big ass are a little too, colorful for the Canadians, they are proper people. Yeah, that's a big ass fan on it. It's got the logo on the backside and everything. So I still got like an hour that I'm trapped here before we go. And I'm just going to wander back and forth in the areas I'm allowed to go into. Because I am fucking bored, man. It's going quicker than I expected it to be. By tomorrow afternoon, I should be at 12's place. Good times. I'm excited. We haven't seen each other in almost a year, man. It was last October. So yeah, that's 10 months, man. Okay, maybe I'll buy something to eat. I'm bored. So they have exercise bikes here that charge your shit. It doesn't start charging until you start pedaling. But the pedaling is too easy. It needed to be a little harder and a little slower. It needs to be gears. It goes too fast and easy and wobbling all over the place. So I could just charge my shit over there. But I was curious if you could charge here without pedaling. But I figure since they got pedal ones, nobody's ever going to sit at these. Because this is the American side. We do not pedal for power. We pay other people to pedal for us for power. There's too many people all over the place. I gotta jump on a train, I'm guessing. The directions are not very clear, but I think this will take me where I'm going. But I'm gonna miss my flight. So Denver Airport's like 2 miles fucking long. You gotta wait for a train. There's at least 10,000 people in this fucking building. And they drop you off on the far end and make you run your happy ass over to the thing. Well, you got this timer ticking down on it telling you your flight's getting ready to leave, man. I'll make it by a few minutes though. Okay, they changed my thing from 17, where I ran all the way down to, and they're like, no, we just changed that to 38. Your app didn't update? I'm like, I ain't checking my fucking app all day. Still, I gotta run back down to 38 and see if I can make it in time. Oh God, I hate the airport so much. This might be worse than the Greyhound. It's just the stress levels of it. At least Greyhound moves slower, you know? Not running around. When they drop you off at a Greyhound, the next bus comes to you. You don't have to run 2 fucking miles to get to the bus. 38A. Oh, okay, almost there. Fuck me. Oh, well, they failed to mention that they delayed it by an hour, so I did all that running all over here for nothing. This thing is literally 2 miles long, and they put a mall constantly in it just to make it longer. So you got a few terminals, a bunch of mall, some terminals, and a bunch of mall. This isn't a fucking airport. This is a fucking shopping mall. Put the shopping malls outside. People can go shop outside. I don't need to be running through your fucking malls, man. I'm here to go on an airplane, not shop your super expensive places. Fuck, I'm frustrated. And I can't even go outside and smoke because I'm too far in. They really need to put smoking sections inside. You used to have that in Atlanta. I wonder if they still do. That was really nice. It's convenient. It's like an AA meeting in there. It was just so thick you could cut it with a knife. At least I'm here. And I had a schedule. Well, this was going to be my one window seat on this damn trip, but they took that from me, and now I'm in a middle fucking seat again. And on the last flight, the bitch next to me did not open the window once during the flight. Why would you get the window seat to keep it closed the whole time? I don't get it. But yeah, so I picked the window seat because this one had an open spot and they allow you to pick and it was free. So I was like, fuck yeah. So I chose all the way in the back at the window because those are the people that survived the crash. And they took that from me and stuck me way in the middle. So, yeah. And my bags haven't been scanned yet. I find that suspicious. They got unloaded. They scanned it when they unloaded it, but they've already loaded all the bags on. And I'm assuming they scan them as they put them on, but it's either not updating in the app, which I'm not surprised because the app sucks so far, or they lost my baggage. Because that has happened to me before. I don't fly often, but when I do, it's nothing but problems. I went to Canada that time too. For a tattoo convention, and on my way there they lost my luggage, but they did find it a day or two later and dropped it off to me, so you know that was pretty cool. You know, they didn't give me anything. You know, you should get something because you know, like that's all of my stuff at that point. But you know, they only really compensate rich people is the way it seems. You know, if you fuck poor people over, fuck it, it's just poor people getting screwed over. But if you screw rich people over, you got to give them money. Frustrated. God, do I need a cigarette right now? Or a vape or some heroin or fucking anything. I don't care. I'm fucking angry and I'm sick of traveling. I'm glad I don't have any carry-on luggage. They just announced that the poor people don't get to bring their luggage on. The first people get to bring their luggage on, but they brought too much. So those that are the last in line, which is of course people like me, don't get to bring on our carry-ons. But I didn't bring a carry-on, so fuck you. So yeah, I'm still in the I fucking hate flying mode. Okay, so they sold my seat. I had a window seat. They sold it. I had to sit in the middle again. And the girl didn't open the fucking window the whole time. What is up with people getting the window seat? I know they're requesting it, paying for it, but they won't open the goddamn window. What the fuck is the point? Well, I said, I don't know if I get my luggage back because I'm stuck here overnight and I got to jump on a train to go check for my luggage, which seems kind of dumb to me. But yeah, okay, so the train's coming in 45 seconds, it says. But I don't know if I'm getting my shit back today. Maybe they're storing it somewhere else because, you know, I got my little thingy, but yeah, I don't really know how this works. But, you know, I got like a 12-hour layover here. I want my shit back. But I really don't know how that works. So, fuck, I gotta go talk to people. I gotta go figure out where I'm going, man. You know, every fucking internet airport is different than the other one. So you gotta take trains around and wander around. Oh. And I don't have a window seat for this next one either. They took that away. Okay, so no window seats. But at least this one's only like an hour or so flight, so not a big deal. So I have to ride past my stop because I'm A gate, but I have to ride past it to get my luggage. Then I gotta jump on the train and go back. That's if I get my luggage, you know. I didn't want to check it, but it's too big to bring on. I don't really see the point of bringing your luggage onto the plane. All it does is slow down the process. You don't get to use it. It's up in a bin above you, but most people don't even start pulling it out until the line has already moved, and then they're like, oh, maybe I should pull my shit out. That's why it takes 20 minutes to get off a plane in America. Look how they do it in Japan or really any other country. America is fucking backwards, and we can't even figure out how to get on a plane and off in under a half hour. We're a bunch of retards. So I passed doors to go get my luggage that I can't go back in from, so to pick up your luggage, you pretty much just kicked out of the airport. So I was like, well, I'm just gonna leave the airport anyway and have myself a cigarette before I kill something. I got nobody to be angry at, though. I guess myself for flying the friendly skies. Oh. It's been a frustrating day. I'm sorry I'm all moody, you know, but fuck it. Traveling sucks. It just sucks. I still don't know if I got my stuff. It wasn't on the carousel. But before I, like, you know, go around and, like, talk to people, there's nobody here. It's fucking, you know, it's 11 o'clock here. It's almost midnight here. So that means I gotta, you know, if I don't get my shit, I don't have anything to sleep with. I saved myself a good American cigarette for here. I've been using, yeah, my fanny pack broke. Fucking zipper came right off. Got a hole in it, that's how my pipe fell out. But I saved my pack, but you know, it's full of Canadian cigarettes, but I had 2 American cigarettes. One in there, so you're hidden in there, and fuck you. Gives you the good American cancer. Now I'm in the States, I can find myself a vape. Stop all this stinky shit. Oh. I'm in Washington. Fucking Washington. Oh, I don't want to be here. Not all night, man. My flight's gonna leave till the morning. I'm stuck here all night. I don't have my stuff. Man, don't get frustrated. Don't get frustrated. Night ain't over yet, man. You're making shit up in your own mind. Stressing yourself out. You don't need to be all stressed out, man. You're getting where you're going. Look at me pep talking myself on video. I don't belong in this world, man. I do not belong in this world. I was only in my world for a month, man. That's where I belong. If I knew how to cry, I would. Well, I don't see my stuff. I'm gonna go talk to Lost and Found, see what they know. Oh, Lost and Found's gonna be closed. Let's go just check out these luggage carts. Maybe I'm sitting on one of them. So yeah, they told me I'm screwed. You know, you can't get your bag back, dude. She's like, I can get it back, but it might take as many as 4 to 8 hours. And then once you get it, you're not allowed back in the terminal, kind of. I was like, fuck you guys, man. Just fuck you guys. So yeah, I'm screwed. I am just screwed. I'll try to make my way back to, I don't even know how to get back to where I'm supposed to be going. Fuck all this. Why they gotta make everything so goddamn inconvenient, man? They don't treat rich people like this, I can guarantee it. They just don't. Let's figure out how to get to gate A1, unless of course they moved it and didn't tell me about it, because that kind of shit seems to be happening. That's the 3rd escalator I've gone up. Now I gotta go down this one. This place is a maze. Not amazing, just a maze. You call it corn. gonna be another long night. So tomorrow, maybe somebody's gonna come pick me up. 12's been, calling her friends that know me, and some say they will or might not. Lord knows. It'd be cool if they did, but if not, there is a bus that gets me close to her place, and I could just walk the rest of the way. But it'd be really nice to have somebody pick me up. Hey, another escalator. So I went up 3, down 2. I'm gonna make 4 lefts, followed by 4 rights. Hey, I might get you down to the end of this. Hey, what do you know? Made it. Now let's sit for 12 hours. I am like the only human in this end of the building. Hey, I'm all the way down to the end. I'm A1, although there's a G after it. Do I have a G after mine? I don't know, I better check. Okay, so they've been talking about this at Amazon for a while because it is an Amazon thing. But you have to pay just to enter the store, right? Now, you can grab whatever you want. You're being watched by a bajillion cameras up here. I mean, like literally a bajillion of them from every freaking angle. And you can grab whatever you want, and when you walk out, it just charges you for what you grabbed. I don't really like it. I'm old-fashioned. I just want to pay for my shit and go. I don't trust it, because with the way technology works for me is I'd get charged for everything in the store. I'd go in and grab a bottle of water, and it'd charge me $20,000 because it says you bought everything in the store. And I don't have that kind of money, so it'd put me in some severe debt for that bottle of water. But technology is not my friend. It is not. I'm going to see what's open right now. I got my, 2.5 hours of sleep. Oh, yeah. Now I need some coffee or something. And I can't make my own because they stole my bag. And I threw my fuel away. So, the combination of those two things kind of makes it so I can't have my coffee. But if all goes well, I should be done with this whole airport stupid ass shit in just a couple hours and not have to deal with it again for at least a few weeks. Then I gotta deal with it again. Alright, plane's on time. I'm going to board right now. Yay! Just a couple hours and I'll be where I'm supposed to be. Well, closer to where I'm supposed to be. There's still the last leg of the journey I'm not sure about. No wonder I don't have a middle seat. There is no middle seat on this one. I'm on the tiny plane. She actually has the window open. This is the first time the window has been open at all on any plane I've been on in the past couple of days. Yay, we're on our way. And somebody texted me and says they're going to pick me up at the airport, so that's pretty cool. I don't know who it was because I have phone numbers, but I don't know which is which. But hey, somebody says they're coming to get me, so go Groovy. And we're off. So you might remember Tova, that's 12's friend. She hiked with us on the trail. She came and picked me up, and there's trail magic right here. We're at the long trail. And we got a hiker going on too. Nice. But she's going to drive me halfway, and then her mom is going to drive me the other half of the way, so I don't have to hitch. Rock on. So Tova's mom, Linda, came and grabbed me. Oh, and her pottery is ready, so we are the fuck out of here. We're going back. So nice to have a ride. So here I am in beautiful Montpelier. I've been in town for about a week. They got a cute little shop. I had to come out and buy some weed. Because it's legal here now too. And the guy gave me a super discount for being a traveler. Yeah, that was really nice of him. He's like, how about a 15% discount? I'm like, yes, sir. 12's been at work for the past week, so I've just been doing honeydews around the place. A lot of yard work and power wash the house. Well, most of it, what I thought was gross. Everything grows on the buildings outside here. This is a cute little town. Only about 15 minutes away. I got to see if the car is still there because I didn't feed the meter. I didn't bring any change with me. But I was like, what are the odds that while I'm in there grabbing some smoke, that the authorities would come by and find me? We're going to find out. I figured there's so many cars. I was only in there for 5 minutes, so I am golden. Such a good time. I'm so happy to be here. Can't wait for 12 to get back. I go to pick her up tonight. And then we have 9 days together before she ships me off back to AZ. So I've got all of my videos up in the YouTubes. I've got almost all of them on Patreon. I'm going to dole out the rest of these. Well, I guess you'll have known by now because this is the end of it. But you'll know that I doled these out for a long ass time. I stretched this, to buy me time until we start the next hike. Hopefully the Matrix doesn't hold on to me. There's always something. I've had time to research what's going on with my shoulder. It does feel a lot better, but it is nowhere near 100%. There's just certain directions it won't go. I think it did some good when I used it improper on the trail. There was one instance where I was falling back and, your arm just juts out and your trekking poles do what they do. You don't think about it. It happens faster than thought. But pain, ooh, man, my arm was just on fire. I got nauseous there for a little bit. It was bad, but it felt way better after that. So I'm counting that as a good thing. But I believe I have a tear in one of the 4 muscles in my rotator cuff. And I don't want to keep tearing it because, there is surgery involved if it gets to that point. But according to the doctors on the interwebs, the guys who make YouTube videos for us, just doing these exercises, they've studied people that just did exercises versus people that got surgery, like a couple years down the road to see how their shoulders are doing, and they look the same. So saying that, you can just do simple exercises, low weight, speed. And hopefully have this shit under control before we get on the trail next time. Turns out I don't know how to put my backpack on the other way. I thought, well, if this shoulder doesn't work, I'll just put that thing on first, then go the other way. No, it doesn't work like that. My body doesn't know how to do it. It would take some practice, and I felt I was doing damage just trying. It's something I should have practiced at home, but I never thought, hey, man, you should try to put your backpack on the other way. Plus, I have stuff on it, on the backpack itself, that going one way, this stuff won't be affected. But if I came from this way, this thing would get spun around, and this thing's too big to spin back around because quite often your shit gets tangled on you. So I carry certain things on certain sizes because I put it on a certain way. Don't get old, man. This is not for the weak. Starts with shoulders, man. But I'd rather keep it to upper body, But my ankle and my knees hurt pretty bad on that hike. So, there's that. Go visit my chiropractor when I get back to Arizona. I've been saving some stuff up for him. I got 9 more days here. Picking 12 up from work tonight. It was nice that she had to go to work. We spent a few days together. She went to work for 6 days, and then now she's back. And that gave me time to do all the stuff I needed to do, plus, time to do chores around here and stuff. I like helping out. There's stuff that needs to be done. I power washed the freaking house. Go show you the cool wasp nest I found. I was out there doing yard work. And they got ground wasps, but they got this big paper wasp nest. It's beautiful. The ground wasps aren't, but they were hard to work around. Still did it. I just threw a big rock on their hole for a little while. Went over and did my shit real quick when there's only a few of them all pissed off. And then in the middle of the night, kicked the rock off for them. I want to do a, how to hang your hammock video, but all the trees here, since we're on a property, there are a ton of trees around, but they're all spaced out really far from each other, in the 20-foot range, and I think my hammock only goes up to like 18 feet, but I don't know, I've never measured its max limit. I guess I should go at least try. There's one that's maybe in range, but I'm kind of doubting it, but maybe. I'm lit, just rambling. I'll see y'all when I do something next. Oh, see, there's just, okay, like with that, that's been getting me. I've had to edit out a few of those things, so I've had time to watch a little bit of clips. After a minute, my screen like tints, it goes dark a little bit. I can still see stuff, but it goes a little darker. It's some sort of power saving mode, which I'm trying because my battery burns real quick. But when I tap the screen, instead of like pushing the button I wanted to push, it just lightens the screen back up. So you see me tap the screen and I go away, and and there's a minute of just me holding my phone or something, you know, whoosh, 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 in my jeans or pants. But yeah, that's annoying me. But I do have power issues. But anyway. Check this bad boy. Isn't that beautiful? That's their main entrance. You can see where other ones probably were back in the day, or they just, I don't know, fold over like that. I wonder how long it takes to build this. But they're cool. They don't, you know, just randomly come out and attack me. I was able to work underneath them for a while and no issues. And it's, you know, not that high off the ground. So, you know, they know I'm here. Oh. Bunches of them are coming out. But yeah, they haven't been jerks to me yet. This is foreshadowing. Well, a big ass dragonfly just flew in here. I just went to the store to get some coffee. Yeah, guess I'll open up everything. Let you out, buddy. Dummy. Dummy won't get out of the windshield. I got all the doors open, both sides, but he's just staying in the crevices. Hoping to come over here and like scare him into this direction, but no. Before you wound yourself on the windshield, he keeps just smashing his face into it. So I found myself at the fair. I didn't expect this either. Oh, it's a blood moon tonight on. I am here with children, which is weird for me because we all know that I don't really like children. But 12 has a niece and nephew. Well, the nephew's 8, the niece is like 4. And the boy won't, his name's Archer, won't go on the rides without me. He's making me go on all of them with him. But I've been drinking. So he's getting me nauseous as hell, going on the Gravitron and all that, spinning around over and over, wanting another ride. Oh, I'm trying to keep up with these kids, but I can't, man. I'm getting old. This is the first time I've been to a fair in like 25 years. I don't like fairs. And I don't like kids, but here I am at the fair with kids. That's different. Good morning. Having my little morning safety meeting. 12 is off doing her walk. She likes to walk in the morning. I only walk when I have to, man. I already did my hike. I enjoy walking with her, but I think she gets more out of it if she goes by herself. Plus, I've got a safety meeting and coffee to take care of. It's been an interesting trip. I've really, really enjoyed myself, and I wish I had more time, but tomorrow I go back. It was even a good time hanging out with kids. Like, that's rare for me. I haven't been to a fair in 20 years, maybe even longer. So that was a really interesting experience. I went on a lot of rides. I didn't pay for any. I didn't want to go on rides. I figured I'd be the guy there taking pictures and holding the junk they won and the purses and all that stuff while they rode the rides with the kids. But the kids insisted that I go with them. They were loving me. I was Uncle Nightcrawler all night, except they don't call me Uncle. They just call me Nightcrawler. Like it's a normal name too. So they're going to go to school telling stories of, like, the Nightcrawler did this and whatnot. The kids are going to be so confused. Teachers too. But yeah, I had little kids latched onto me because I was taking them on rides that were a little too scary for them. It was their first time going on any sort of scary ride. One of them's like, I think one's 8 and one's 5. Oh, the sun just got me. So it was definitely a unique experience for me that I did rather enjoy. Really rare. I'm not ready to go back to the Matrix, man. I'm not. What horrors are awaiting me when I get back? Lord knows, there's always something. Always something, some sort of mail I have to open up that tells me I'm in trouble for something. I don't do life right. I'm really bad at that part. I don't like the Matrix video game. It sucks. It's hard, and boring, and lonely, and a lot of work. It's a lot of work. Being out in the real world, man. Well, your biggest stress is, bear. Bear is my biggest stress. But other than that, it's like walking. Where's my water? How far is food away? My shit's too heavy. Yeah, I'm cold. Boo-hoo. I love those kind of stresses, man. That's what I was meant for. The whole other stresses of the Matrix, man. That's just sucks. I know y'all know you live there too. Just my version sucks because I didn't do it right. Yeah, I should have totally got an education and whatnot. And all those things I should have done. But I am pretty happy with where I landed. So there is that. Most people are not. I do know a lot of people. We talked to Kula yesterday. That was really cool. Did a little speakerphone with him for an hour and a half. He is doing really well. He's going through his legal issues too. So, we could relate on that. I'm finally done with all of mine. Well, all the current ones. Lord knows what awaits me. Try not to stress on that stuff, but, I don't know. If I just expect the worst to happen, anything else that happens is subdued. It just feels like less. But I'm hoping to go back to work, save up as much money as I can. I don't have a whole lot of time to save up for a through hike, but that's what we're doing anyway. More than likely, if everything works out, 12 will be coming to visit me this time, so I'll plan some sort of cool Arizona vacation for us, because I haven't seen most parts of Arizona in, 30-ish years, since we were young, and my parents would take us on, well, my mom mostly, would take us on trips in the VW bus, and drive all goddamn day to go but look at a big crack in the ground. I did not appreciate the Grand Canyon the first time I saw it. It was like an entire waste of a day driving out there. You look at a hole in the ground and then an entire day driving back, man. It's, in a kid's world. But, if we go there, of course, we're going to walk down the damn thing and back up. Not all the way across like I did last time because, that's, I got a car now, so I'd have to leave that somewhere. It is inconvenient having a vehicle. It's great for getting around, but, once you want to walk away from it, then you got to generally pay money for your car to sit somewhere. Man, they charge you coming and going. I'm not ready to leave. But yeah, that's where we're at right now. Oh yeah, I got to release the rest of those videos today. Sorry about that. I've been slacking. We've been hanging out, enjoying our time together. But I will get right on that. I think it's only 4 videos I'm holding on to. Amazingly enough, some of you have watched all of them already, like within 2 days. Which, that's like, like at least 20-something hours of video. Binge watching me, that's weird. But I've never really watched crawler videos. I see a clip here and there because, I look out for anomalies. So when I'm stitching all my clips together, if one is like 4 minutes. Well, I don't make 4-minute videos very often. I mean, it does happen. It's probably happening right now. But, in the middle of the day, it's rare for me. So I'll click on it, and it turns out I just had my phone on in my pocket the whole time. But I watch pieces of videos here and there enough to know that I don't like the sound of my own voice. Anyway, I'm high, and I'm kind of melancholy, a little, on the sad side. I don't want to leave yet. But I have to, for both of us. We both got shit we gotta do. Okay, I'll see you guys as I'm traveling. I leave tomorrow. Man. Alright, I'll have a good day. I'll see you around. Check out the flowers on this thing. I do really like those. Look how delicate those are. There's another one right here. Okay, me and 12 are here at North America's largest zipper. Does it really count as a zipper, though? It's like zipper shaped and stuff. But, it doesn't really work. So, is it really a zipper? Am I supposed to be walking on it? It's made of granite. I can't really hurt it. We're in the town of Barre, which I totally would have called Bar, B-A-R-R-E. Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed it was berries, but you know, towns always mispronunciate their names.
Come together.
Oh, they do.
We head to the zipper.
Yay. 12's treat me to a cat cafe. That's my favorite one. He looks like Batman, but I don't know. They're all over the place. There's 20-something cats in here. And it figures when I start filming, they all peel off. But, you know, they're all staring at me right now. But it is a cool concept. They have, it's like a no-kill shelter, essentially, where you get to hang out and mingle with your kitties while drinking coffee. Get down with it. I'd have a coffee here every day, man, if I lived that close. Kitties and coffee.
Oh, another one up here. I was in this guy.
Yeah, it's a room with like 26 cats in it, I think. Not all of them are out mingling with us right now, but you know how cats are. Don't know my coffee, man. I'll kick your ass. Good morning, everybody. Very gray day out here. Definitely fits the mood. I'm leaving this morning. I don't want to leave, man. I'm really happy here. I missed 12 already. It was a great couple of weeks, though. It really was. Packed a lot of good times into it. We really did. Now I gotta leave. That makes me sad, and I hate traveling. That stresses me out. But we'll do this again real soon. Let's continue with our safety meeting. Calm ourselves down before we go. Try to get all the hugs in I can get before I leave. Goodbye, 12's place. I had a great time here. I don't want to leave. I said I don't want to leave, but we are off to the airport. Stressed out. Oh, watching her walk away. Oh, man, she's such a great girl. Hard saying goodbye, so is. But I'm going to have her come back out to Arizona. She's never been out there. We're going to hang out for a week or so, whatever her time allots. And then when I'm done with the PCT next year, I'll come back out again. Bye, boo. As the last time we're going to see each other, she's rounding the corner. We teared up and stuff. Babu! Okay, let's go get on a plane. It's not as stressful traveling this time because I don't really got to be anywhere at any time. There's nobody waiting for me anywhere. I'm going to Newark next. Who cares about that? They don't even care about that. All their stuff in that airport is I Heart New York stuff. You don't even know you're in Newark. Can't wait to see her again. Oh, we're finally taking off over an hour behind schedule. See how the rest of the trip goes. It looks like I've missed my connecting flight already. Goodbye, Vermont. Until next time. So as per usual, the flight was very late, so of course I did not get to the next airport in time, and my flight has already left. So I'm stuck here for another 4 hours or so. And you know, those 4 hours could easily turn into several days. But like I said, I'm not really in a hurry to get anywhere, so I'm not overly stressed about it. They did give me a whole $15 meal voucher. I don't know what that'll get me here. This is the airport, you know. A small sandwich is $15. But I will take it. I just got to figure out where Terminal A is. I was supposed to be in Terminal C. That's where they dropped me off. But they moved my flight over to A. So yeah, I got to take some sort of shuttle because, of course, Newark is a huge ass mall and airport. I don't like the whole mall being in the airport thing. If I wanted to go to the frickin' mall, I'd be at the frickin' mall. I don't even want to be at the airport. I don't want to be done with the airport. But, yeah, is what it is. I can get myself some I Love New York souvenirs. But I don't love New York. Not even a little bit. I don't even really like it. I'm cool with its existence, but I don't want to be there. Alright, find my place. Okay, Newark's a little ghetto. They got us going on to buses. They don't have no train that runs between them or something. I don't know what that's all about, but we're getting on the bus. Okay, we've made it to Phoenix. We're only like 4 hours late, and I realized some folly that I have done. I left my hiking shoes at 12's house, figuring, they were all torn up. Those things have like 500 miles from me and a couple hundred miles from somebody else before I even got them. So I was like, why do I need shoes? So I left them there, and then I realized, oh yeah, I gotta walk home. So, I'm really late today, so I might end up sleeping on the streets tonight. That sucks. I'll take the city bus as close as I can get. It'll get me within 15 or so miles of where I'm at, and then I just have to walk the rest of the way. But I did not think that through, because I'm wearing slippers right now. So I gotta do 15 miles with slippers on. That sucks. Who knows? Something will happen. But I'm in Phoenix, at least. Oh, let's check out a little Phoenix skyline while we're here. Okay, so that right there is Camelback Mountain. It has, in all of its beauty, that is the head, that is one of its lobes, that's its other lobe. But it totally looks like a camel to us. Now, in Vermont, they got a camel humps mountain, I think they call it. Looks nothing like a freaking camel. Now that I call it crested wave, because it's a cresting wave. That's what that mountain looks like in Vermont. The sun is about to set. And we are going to be walking the mean streets of Phoenix in rainbow slippers. Yeah. I'm going to get mugged. I'm having a hard time figuring out how to get out of the airport. At least they had my backpack, so there's that. This is my stuffed animal. Capybara. A pink capybara. 12 sister won it for me at the fair. I used it as a pillow. And an emotional support animal as I travel. The floors here, they're really nice. We spend a lot of money on our airports. But I'm going to take the SkyTrain as far that way as I can and then try to walk out. But yeah, I'm definitely spending the night on the street somewhere. Lame.
Train arriving. Please stand clear of the doors and allow passengers to
Hey,
exit.
there we go. Right on time. Okay, this will take me down. It gets me a little closer to my destination. But yeah, sun's going down too soon. I'm going to have to spend the night out there and I'm scared. Beginning and ending these trips is so damn difficult. Well, hell, turns out the buses are cash only. It said on my AI told me I could use my debit card. It was wrong, so I waited here for nothing. This was unfortunately the last bus, so I am stuck here forever. You gotta love it. I'm just gonna start walking, man. I'll find somewhere that has... Fuck, I got no cash, man. I got no cash at all. I gotta find an ATM. Where the fuck's an ATM downtown? I have no idea. I just wasted a half hour waiting for a bus that won't take me. Nobody knows the troubles I've seen. Nobody knows my sorrows. I do not want to spend a night on the streets, man. Fuck. Getting to Whitman, Arizona from Phoenix is fucking impossible. Why do I always want to go to places that don't have any sort of public transportation? I just find myself in this situation. Is it too much to ask to have public transportation down there? So it looks like the closest I could have gotten, had I had cash, was still 15 miles or so away. So I wasn't making it home tonight anyway. It's more of a tomorrow thing. And my feet already hurt because my slippers suck. Great for crossing rivers, but not good for walking the streets. 'Cause I'm a street walker now. I made it a little closer, but not close enough. But I am in downtown Phoenix. Look at the size of those buildings. I don't know where my bus stop is though. Google's trying to get me there, but I'm confused. But I did get on the last bus for free. Okay, so that really worked out because I got change and I had $4. And unfortunately, they don't do transfers anymore or anything like that. You can't even pay extra for them, according to the bus driver. Lame. So I got on the bus and I went to put money in. The guy's like, nah, it's not taking money right now. Just go sit down. I was like, fuck yeah. So now I have enough money to make it home on the bus. I just got to figure it out. Maybe down this street. There's all them driverless taxis driving around, man. It still trips me out. Here's one coming by right now. There's nobody driving that thing. They're everywhere. All right, I gotta go check my maps again. All right, good thing I asked. I ran to catch that damn bus where it told me to. And she's like, no, this ain't that bus, baby. This goes the other way. I'm glad I asked, but I can't find a bus stop on this road. So I walk. My feet already hurt. These slippers were not made for miles. I'm out of water, but I got a hamburger. I had to buy one to break my 20. But good thing, because I broke my 20, I ended up with 4 singles and 2 5s. But I needed $6 to get there, so I was just gonna put a 5 in the last bus and just fucking keep the change because they don't give change. But that bus driver didn't charge me, so boom. Okay, so I mean, at least that happened. It's only $2, but I'm looking at the positives, man. Fuck, I need to find a bus stop on this road. So I gave up. I called an Uber. It's only like, it's less than $50, right? So I was like, fuck it, man, that's worth it. So I, for the first time, hit the Uber app up, push my buttons. It tells me to wait here next to the T-Mobile. T-Mobile right there. But this is the parking lot for the T-Mobile. And so I wait. And according to my app, the car showed up and drove away. I didn't see it. I didn't see anybody with a Uber or Lyft thing in their window. But it showed my ride driving away, so I hit cancel on it after it got like a good 5 miles away. And they still charged me for part of the trip. What the fuck? So now I'm standing on the same corner. I requested another ride. Let's see if I pay for that trip too and don't get it. Fuck. But yeah, I'm desperate enough to use an Uber to get home, man. I'm fucking $50. I'll pay $50 to get home right now, man. As long as it doesn't inconvenience anybody. I ain't calling anybody to come pick my ass up because I'm an hour away, so that'd be 2 hours for them. I'm not doing that to anybody. I'm not that kind of guy. But God, I wish I was. I don't want to be here. We made it. My Uber driver was a really nice lady. Took me all the way out here. I tipped her $10. Got my little lock keeping me safe because these doors don't lock. But I am home. It is official. The story ends here. Until next time, because you know there will be a next time. I'm home. Still hot in here. I just turned on the AC. But this is the little hovel I live in. That's my bed. It's covered in stuff, so I don't have to deal with sunshine. And this is the size of the place I live in. Yes. My coffee cup. Oh yeah. Where is my coffee filter, man? I've missed that. Oh yeah, and I hid myself weed here. Where did I hide the weed at? I know I did. There's like a ½ ounce hider in here. I hooked myself up great this time. Because I knew better. I've done this before. See, I just got to figure out where I hid my stash at and find my coffee filter because I'm never going hiking without that coffee filter again. Every time I try a different coffee filter, I freaking regret it. I'm going to put on one of my other skirts. Have myself the burger I've been carrying around. I had to buy this just to break the 20 I had. I didn't want it. But yeah, I got to eat it. I paid like almost $6 for that freaking burger. Everything's too expensive. The rent is too damn high. Okay, so, I got stuff I got to figure out. I'm being garnished at work. I don't even know how much. I owed a lot of money back in the day, and it came back to bite me. So now I'll be working for even less. Fucking awesome. Oh, but I don't know how much I'm being garnished. Rumor has it they can only hit me for 10%, so that's not too horrible. I'll just work some overtime and whatnot. Because we got to go hiking again next year, man. Priorities. We're doing the PCT, and that's kind of an expensive one. So, yeah, I gotta save some money. So it is what? What month is this? September? Yeah, September. So I have from now until like February, and then February 12 is gonna come out and visit me here. She's never been to the Southwest, so I'm kind of excited for that. I'm totally excited for that. Who am I kidding? I miss her already. It's really nice hanging out with her, man. We meld so well. Even after all this time, because we hadn't seen each other in like a year. But yeah, so, we got to go to work and save up as much as we can, despite the garnishments and whatnot. And then quit in February, spend a week or two, depending on how much time she gets off. I'm going to take her from Phoenix south. We're going to Mexico. A lot of great stuff in northern Arizona, but it's hard to do northern and southern. But maybe we'll squeeze it in. Drive all the way out to the Grand Canyon and walk down it and back up. Just the same side, because we can't sleep down there. That you got to get reservations, and you got to do that like a year or so in advance to be able to sleep at the bottom of the canyon. So we'll just walk down there and walk back up, and then head to Mexico. I'll work on it. And then after she leaves, I'll go hike the PCT. And then when I'm done with the PCT, if I have enough money, I'll go fly out to Vermont and hang out with her again. Maybe just stay there this time. If I could find work out there, I might stay. I really like her. Now, who am I kidding? I love her. She's a very lovable girl. But yeah, I don't know how I can handle winters. So yeah, I do it on a trial basis. Go out there, hang out with her, or live with her essentially. Get a job and spend a winter. See if I can survive. I don't know if I can. It snows there, man. Although it's like 110 here right now. And my body is so confused. It's only 11:30 in Arizona time, but I'm still on East Coast time, man. So, I stayed up till like 2 in the morning. If it's 3 hours ahead, I can't remember. The whole spring forward, fall back thing confuses me. At least a few hours ahead. Well, I'm going to eat my burger. I'm going to find my pot. And then I'm going to crash out, man. It's a good adventure for only being a month. I had a killer time, man. I really did. It felt like longer than a month. You can squeeze a lot of adventure into a month when you live it out on the trail. But I did not realize that a short hike like that could actually do something for me. I've never done a short hike before. I mean, it was still 400 miles, but the fact it was only a month. I've never done that. So at least I know there is satisfaction in short hikes, as long as they're a few weeks. Because I wasn't sure if I was going to get anything out of it. I was just trying to get out of the heat, and connect the dots on that so that I can claim to be a double, triple crowner next year. Yeah, that's right. You guys know a double, triple crowner. Not yet, but I mean, who has any doubts? This guy has doubts. But I think if I can get out there, that yes, we can do it. And if I run out of money, I just live more frugally. I've done this before. Last time I did that trail, I did it on just like, it was a couple $100 a month, man. I did it pretty cheap. So I'm hoping I can, work the same magic again. What is up with me and traveling though, man? I was supposed to get in today at 3 something. I didn't get in till 7 something as the sun was going down. Had I gotten in 3, it'd have been a lot easier. I got my first Uber though. Well, technically my second, because my first Uber, I've never done Uber before, so I download the app because I was like, I'm walking around in slippers, my feet are hurting, it's dark, I don't want to be there, so I was like, let's fucking look at Uber. So I look at it, and it was only like $45 or something to get from where I ended up, because I got a good 8 miles or so away from the airport before I just gave up. Couldn't figure out the next bus, just couldn't figure it out. It wouldn't tell me where well, it wanted me to walk way over somewhere else to get on the bus, but I was walking on the line where the bus was supposed to be driving, but there's no bus stops on that. It just drives through. So I was like, screw that. After getting on that one bus and the lady telling me, no, this is the wrong bus, honey. Even though that's where it told me to be, I gave up on that and I just started walking. And then I was like, yeah, screw it, let's try Uber. So I download the Uber, I get it going, I push the button, I do the, the slower, cheaper one, because it says, hey, if you're willing to wait a little while, it's like $10 cheaper. So now it's down to 30 something bucks. Kick ass, right? I push the button, I watch the little car on the screen. There's a line from him to where I'm supposed to be at, and I'm right where I'm supposed to be at. It tells you where to stand. I walk to that spot, it's all cool. I watch his little car emblem come by and just go. Now, I never saw an Uber car because, there's traffic going on, so, I didn't know which car I was looking for, and I didn't see an Uber sign in here. But I watched that little car keep driving on as though it was going to my place without me. And I thought, well, maybe he'll turn around, right? No, after he got like a good 5 miles away or something, I was like, fuck it, I hit the cancel button. And it charged me $6. So I'm like, fuck, now let's try it again to see if this person comes pick me up. So, yeah, push the buttons again. Another little car appears on there with a line to where I'm at, and I watch her drive all over the place. But she came and got me. I was her last fare of the night. And, it's a good 40-minute drive from where she was. So, like $1 a minute, that's not bad, man. That's not bad. Actually, it was cheaper than I tipped her $10, man. I would have tipped her more, but I don't really have a job. Even when I do have a job, Amazon doesn't really count as a job, man. It's something to tide you over. Put a little bit of bank in your pocket so you can go hiking, but it's no way to live. But she got me here. I was pleased with it. She was a real nice, friendly lady. We chatted the whole time. Oh, yeah. But I haven't had anybody to talk to all day. You can't talk to people on the airplane. Nobody wants to talk to you on the airplane. And again, I was stuck next to a guy on the entire flight. I was in the middle fucking seat again. Why do I always get the middle seat? And he didn't raise the thing up at all. I couldn't look out the window at all. Why do you people get window seats and not open the fucking window? It doesn't make any sense to me. I'm willing to bet these people are paying for window seats, because that's the reason I'm not ending up with one, is because I'm not paying. One of the flights where I had a window seat, it got taken from me right before there, and I was like, well, what happened? Like, oh, somebody bought it. Then why'd you give it to me? Like, just tell me my seat's up in the air until everybody's purchased stuff. Don't let me think I'm getting a window seat, and then all of a sudden, when I get in there, all of a sudden my app changes and it tells me, you lost your window seat. That frustrated me. But why would you pay money for a window seat just to keep the window closed? Jerks. But at least he slept the whole time, so I didn't have to deal with him. Because that was like, God, I think it's 5 hours, man, flying. I watched 2 whole movies. And I didn't enjoy either of them. Ugh. I guess the second one wasn't half bad. It was about a woman that climbs. What was she climbing? Fuck. Can't remember. Yosemite. There we go. She was out there climbing Yosemite and took like a 120-foot fall, paralyzed herself, and came back from that. It was her recovery journey and whatnot. And that was pretty good. Because I know if I was paralyzed from the waist down, I'd probably need a bullet, to be honest. I don't think I'd be able to live with myself knowing what I was and what I am now. I wouldn't be able to overcome. I'd eat a bullet, man. Fuck all that. Plus, I'm broke, so, I wouldn't even have a wheelchair. I don't think they just give those to you when you're crippled and say, hey, here's all the stuff you're going to need. I wouldn't be able to afford all that treatment and stuff, so. Yeah. So they'd make me eat a bullet, essentially. Anyway, I'm rambling. I have weed to find. It was great hiking with y'all. Glad you came along. I hope you come along for the next one, too. Because there will be a next one. But until then, Nightcrawler signing off. Have a good night wherever you are. Oh yeah, first day back I had to go to Panda Express. They gave me 10% off again. Nice peeps. I was craving this stuff. A little bit of marijuana. First day back's not so bad. So yeah, first day back's not so bad. Still trying to adjust. Yeah, none of the post-trail depression stuff really hit me. It didn't really hit hard yet. I doubt it will. I only spent a month out there. But, it was totally subdued being with 12. But now that I'm here and I have time to just think, and that's all I have time to do. I'm not on the schedule for work yet. I don't know when I work. I want to say my vacation, we'll call it extended vacation, is up in 10 days. But, I did a call. I'm not on the schedule, so I've got absolutely nothing to do but have some safety meetings and eat fast food. I'm cool with that. My car works. I'm happy about that. Sometimes I come back from the trail and it died while I was gone, so didn't need to replace a battery or anything this time. Everything should work out really well. Do a bunch of overtime at work, man. We totally got the next trip covered. Everything is going to work out. Man, it's hot here though. I went from being like 70 degrees as the high to like 110 or somewhere near there. And the air conditioning in my car doesn't work. But that died before I left, so that's not a surprise. I was really hoping it'd like heal itself while I was gone, because cars totally heal while they just rest. But you know, it didn't rest long enough to heal the air conditioning. So might have to get that looked at before next summer. Oh, feels weird to be back, man. Just gotta get used to it. We gotta see if something interesting happens. Well, Al, it's my first day back at Amazon, and I am not pleased. Not in the mood for this. Gotta get ready for the day, you know. The mental anguish I'm about to experience. I did do myself a favor, though. When I rescheduled myself what day I was going to come back, I came back on a Saturday/Sunday, because, you know, I work overnight, which is the last day of my work week. So I work one day and abuse myself, because it's going to take a few days to recoup from this. Amazon's hard, man. I do calisthenics here for 10 solid hours a day. It is hustle, 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 and my body is not ready for this, man. So at least I did myself a favor. I work one day, and then I get 3 off, and then I'm back again, and you know, it'll hurt less this way. The first couple of weeks of this is hard, man. It's kind of like getting on the trail, you know. You got to get trail legs. I got to get my Amazon legs back. Our Amazon everything, man. Shoulders, back, everything. It's fucking labor intensive. I am really unhappy, but I need to do this. Okay? So I came back and I stepped into some problems. My car is falling apart. I've neglected it forever. So I've already dumped $600 into it since I've been back. You know, luckily I had money. I'm rich, just kidding. But I had $600 I was able to dump into it right away to get it going again, because I didn't have AC, and you know, I got issues. I still got another like $2,500 I got to pump into it just to make it passable again. You know, which sucks because that's about the value of this car. But it is going to put a little hamper on next year. I still see next year as a go, but yeah, it's going to make it harder having to shell out, you know, 3-ish or so grand. But you got to have a car, man. Even though I'm not in it much, when I need it, I need it. Oh, fuck. First day back at Amazon, man. Showed up early so I could get all my stuff done. You know, my badge wouldn't work and stuff. I already knew that. Locked out of the app, so you know, you got to do all that in person. So I already got that done, and I still have an hour before I start, so I'm just going to have the superest safety meeting and just watch as a piece of my soul withers and dies. Nah, it doesn't die, it just withers. But yeah, my soul definitely withers while I'm here. And you can feel it. It is unhealthy, just, I don't know, the despair you can feel as you start walking towards that building, it emanates from it. I remember her. Going around looking at people, seeing who I remember and not. I think I'm seeing a lot of faces already I don't recognize, but it is an hour before my shift, like I said, so. Oh, did she get put on day shift? How'd she do that, man? It is hard to get on a day shift around here, man. They stick you in at nights and try to just keep you there. But I can already see the light at the end of the tunnel. 4 or 5 months, and hopefully everything works out in my favor. You're right, the Matrix is trying to keep me this time. It does not want me to go. But I kind of need to. It's the only place I'm really happy. I tolerate this shit so that I can go out and be happy in the woods. Okay. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. February or March, probably sometime in February. 12's coming down here, and I'm gonna just take off from here and go quit here, you know, and go hang out with her for a couple of weeks or whatever, just about time she has, and then start hiking. That is the plan. Let's see if we can stick to it. This concludes another Nightcrawler adventure, man. I'll see y'all out there. There will be a next time.